Hello, everybody. As you can see by the ashes on my forehead, I'm recording this on Ash Wednesday, which is appropriate given that it is the beginning of the videos I will be making that will go along with the Lenten devotional we are using during Adult Forum this season of Lent. It is called God is Still With Us. It's by Illustrated Ministry, which is the same company that we used for our Advent devotional. Similar to that, it has a passage for each week of the season, and each passage has a commentary about the gospel passage as well as some questions to look at with it. We're going to be doing some discussion of this in our adult forums on Sundays at 9:15 between the two services, and we're having that in Hart Hall. So please join us. If for whatever reason you cannot join us, use this video and the subsequent videos, as well as the booklet, which you can email me at kathleen@nativitycomforter.org, and I will send it to you via email or make sure that it gets mailed out to you. And it is this really great resources that has space to write and color and draw things, and really kind of allows you to use all of your senses in this and all of your creativity. The idea of God is still with us is that God walks with us through all of the pieces of our lives. God doesn't shy away from the hardness of life because Jesus was incarnate, which means Jesus knew the hard parts of life as well as the bright and beautiful parts. So regardless of what is happening in our lives, God walks with us. And so the gospel passages that we'll be exploring pull that out and talk about those moments in time that were hard and that God walked with us through them. So the reading for week 1, and in a couple of the subsequent weeks, we'll be doing probably two weeks in one for a couple of the weeks. But this week, we're just doing week 1, which is Luke chapter 4, verses 1 through 14. So I am going to read that chapter from the Bible, or that passage, and then we'll ask you a question or two to consider. All right. The Gospel of Luke, chapter 4, verses 1 through 14. Jesus returned from the Jordan River full of the Holy Spirit and was led by the Spirit into the wilderness. There he was tempted for 40 days by the devil. He ate nothing during those days, and afterward Jesus was starving. The devil said to him, "Since you are God's son, command this stone to become a loaf of bread." Jesus replied, "It's written, people won't live only by bread." Next, the devil led him to a high place and showed him in a single instant all the kingdoms of the world. The devil said, "I will give you this whole domain and the glory of all these kingdoms. It's been entrusted to me, and I can give it to anyone I want. Therefore, if you will worship me, it will all be yours." Jesus answered, "It's written, you will worship the Lord your God and serve only him." The devil brought him into Jerusalem and stood him at the highest point of the temple. He said to him, "Since you are God's son, throw yourself down from here, for it's written, he will command his angels concerning you to protect you, and they will take you up in their hands so that you won't hit your foot on a stone." Jesus answered, "It's been said, don't test the Lord your God." After finishing every temptation, the devil departed from him until the next opportunity. Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit to Galilee, and news about him spread throughout the whole countryside. And that is Luke chapter 4, verses 1 through 14. And if anyone is wondering what translation I'm reading from, it is the Common English Bible, the Women's Bible. And it is the Bible I received on my ordination from the bishops who ordained me. So that's the translation I'm using. So thinking back to the Luke reading that we just heard, here are a couple questions. In what ways is Jesus alone in this story? In what ways is he not alone? How is God with you in situations where you are vulnerable? And so that's the video for our first week of this Lenten devotional study. I hope to see many of you at 9:15 on Sunday morning in Hart Hall, or that you find your way to using this as part of your Lenten discipline this year. Blessings on all of you, and I will talk with you soon.